Health360 is a 10-week program where patients come in as a group and we learn about the foundational components of health, not just what they are, but also what to do with them, how to enact them into their lives. I find that we as doctors spend a lot of time telling patients what to do, and there's precious little time left over to explain to them how to do them, and to answer their questions so that they understand why they're doing them. And so being in this group setting really leverages the wisdom of the group so that people can ask questions, people can hear answers to questions they didn't even think to ask. And we're able to give patients more tools to actually be successful when they're trying to enact our recommendations. Also going to set aside some time for an individual one-on-one appointment. We know group visits are really good for some things, but they're not a replacement for those one-on-one encounters where maybe you're going to spend time sharing some of the more personal details of your process. So really with this program, we're trying to create the best of both worlds by combining a group process with an individual appointment. So something that we're doing very deliberately with the Foundations 360 program is we're not designing it to be about any particular disease or diagnosis. You can find lots of group opportunities for things like cardiovascular disease or diabetes or weight loss, and they're all useful for their own reasons. But what we wanted to do was to get a little deeper into what is actually creating health. What are these other things that we know people have in common? Like we know everybody needs to eat good food, everybody needs to sleep, everybody needs community. And these are things that we can talk about as a group because there are things that we all have in common. So every week in the 10-week program, we're going to take one of these things, like sleep, like movement, like community, and we're going to expand on them. And we're going to try to discover what people's practices are currently and what opportunities each person has to grow and develop. So the program is 10 weeks long for a number of reasons. One, we're trying to teach patients what it is. Like, we're trying to answer questions, difficult questions like, what is health and what is healing? And by providing patients kind of a contextual framework, maybe even a way of shifting the way they see the world, I feel like it's more likely that at the end of the 10 weeks, they will be different enough that they don't say, wow, that was really interesting, and go back to what they were doing. I'm hoping to give people a different way of looking at the world and a different way of caring for themselves.